Alright, so as you can see, I have something on the board. But before we start, my camera magically stops work if yours isn't on. Oops. Come on. Camera's on, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Great, great. So, today we're going to look at some shortcuts in math. Why am I looking at shortcuts? Morning. Because we've learned how to computate decimals, mixed numbers, fractions, right? And I want to teach you now shortcuts on how to use those different operations at your best suit. So let's first start. Let's say I have this question, right? Quickly. Let's say I have this question. I have. One second. This is on page. Let's say the page. This is on page 75. Page 75 of the book 1. Okay? Let's say I have a number 764. Okay? 764. And what if you are given an exam question that says multiply by 25, and you don't have a calculator? How could you quickly solve this question? There's a shortcut that we're going to look at. So the first shortcut that you're going to look at, so put this on here. Shortcut 1. The first shortcut is that whenever you are multiplying by 25, when we are multiplying, when we multiply by 25 by the number 25, when we multiply by the number 25, we can simplify that to a fraction, right? By the number 25, it is the same thing. It is the same thing as multiplying by 100 divided by 4. Pale, what's 100 divided by 4? Isn't that 25?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's multiply now this answer by 100 divided by 4. Let's try that. What is 764 multiplied by 100? Nicholas.
75 multiplied by 100, it's 75.
No. 764 multiplied by 100.
Wait, sir, wait.
Look at the screen.
Wait.
Yeah, 764 multiplied by 100 gives you?
You just add 2 zeros behind it.
Exactly. You just put 764 and 2 zeros behind it. No. The next thing we're going to do now is to divide by 4. So my question is, what is 76,400 divided by 4?
I think the shortcut for that would be, so we're just using shortcuts, right?
Yeah. So instead of multiplying by 25, we're multiplying by 100 divided by 4. So what's this number divided by 4? What's 76?
I think all you would really need to do, so for
you can calculate it. Okay, Google. 1 second.
So the answer is 1,191,000. We know it's 19,100.
Can you repeat that for me?
It's 19,100.
19,100. Okay. 19,100. Okay? Now, let's do it the other way. Let's say instead of multiplying by this fraction, we just multiply by the 25. We should get the same answer. So let's say, what is 764 multiplied by 25? Anybody? Isn't that what 19,100 like Nicholas said? Can anybody confirm? What's 764 times 25, guys? Hello?
That's
19,100.
Exactly. So it's gonna give you the same number. Right? So, write this example out. They both give you the same number. 19,100. That's a shortcut you can use. Alright, who do we have? David and Cassania. So David and Cassania, we're learning how to multiply in shortcut in math. So if your question was to multiply a number by 25, we're saying that 25 is the same thing as 100 divided by 4. So you could multiply that number by 100 and then divide it by 4. Alright? And it will give you the same answer, right, of 19,100. Any questions? So when your numbers are smaller, that is when you would use this rule, right? So let's say we have 20 times 25 versus 20 times 100 divided by 4. Which one looks easier to solve? I think the glare off the screen is affecting me. Do you guys, can you solve 20 times 25 in your head right now? It's a little bit difficult, right?
yes, sir.
But can't you solve what is 20 times 100? What's 20 times 100?
That's 2,000.
Right? And then now what's 2,000 divided by 4? How many times can I get 4 to 2,000? It's 2,000 divided by 4? 500. You say 4 into 4 goes 1. 4 into 20 goes 5 times. You carry out the 2 zeros, that means your answer is 500. Excellent. So if you worked it out over here, if you worked out 20 times 25, your answer would have been 500. But this is way simpler. You understand? So that's why we say this is the first shortcut in math. Can I erase the board?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so the second shortcut.
No, sir. No, sir.
Alright, let me take a picture of the board. 1 second. Let me rewrite this. When you multiply by a number, let's take a picture of the board. So this was the first rule. Alright, so how was your weekend, everybody? While I'm taking the notes, how was your weekend?
It was okay.
It's good, it's good.
The weekends were longer.
Everyone does. But for some reason, you guys are telling me that the week is long. And the days are long, but then you tell me that the weekends are short. Which kind of doesn't make sense if you look at it. How can the days be short, but the weekends are, how can the days be short and the weekends not be the same? Alright, let's move on now. So we're gonna go to the second rule. And that's
Sure, I know a shortcut.
Can you repeat that for me?
Sir, one the shortcut you could do is not working out.
What'd you say?
You could just not do the working out. That's a shortcut.
No.
The calculator is also a big shortcut.
But it's not
Very
allowed
easy.
shortcut. It's not allowed shortcut. Alright? So here's the second shortcut that you can use when calculating and you still get your marks. That's the goal, to get your marks. Let's say we were multiplying. If we are multiplying by 125, if we multiply by 125, that is the same thing as what fraction? The fraction would be 1000 divided by 8. 1000 divided by 8 gives you what pair? How many times can I get 8 into 1000?
150.
125.
Oh,
Yeah, 125. So I can get 8 125 times out of 1000. Okay? That is why now, let's say we have this question. And I want somebody to quickly solve it for me. Let's say we have 13. Right? And the question says multiply 13 by 125. In your head, you don't know what that is because you don't have your calculator. But you do know, however, that 125 is the same thing as saying 13 times 1000 divided by 8. So quickly now, Cassandra, what's 13 times 1000? Cassandra?
13,000.
Yeah? 13 times 1000. You add up.
13,000.
Right, 13,000. And now, well, let's change this to 16. Into 16. What is 16,000 divided by 8? 8 into 8 goes one time. How many times can I get 8 into 16,000? Anybody?
200 times.
You say 8 to 8 goes 1, 8 into 16 goes 2 times. How many zeros do I have left? 3 zeros. So it's not 200, it is 2,000. So that means, therefore, if I don't know what is 13 times 125, the answer was actually 2,000. Let me show you. Answer was actually 2,000. That's the second rule. The third one that we're going to look at is a larger number. It's a larger number. Can I erase the board?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Good, cool beans.
So, sir, what's like the best shortcut to use?
Alright, that's a good question. This is my favorite shortcut. Here's the best shortcut in my opinion. Or when you multiply. So, let's say that I am multiplying a number, right? To multiply by 99. It's a very simple shortcut. I'm pretty sure some people can guess what I'm going to say. If I'm going to multiply now by 99, let's say I have 6 times 99. I'm going to ask one person to think outside the box. Pair. I'm
Yes,
going to
sir.
ask, wait, no. Let me ask someone else because I've been picking on you a lot. Let's ask Harry. Your camera's off. I'm going to pick on persons who have their cameras off. So Kimani, Harry, Emma, Mr. Thumbs. Oh, he has his cameras on. David, Kai. Come on, cameras on for me, please. Thank you. Or you're going to be placed in the waiting room, guys. Hurry up. Thank you. Harry, Kai, waiting on you. David, waiting on you now. Emma, waiting on you. Kimani. Alright, 1 more minute. Okay, Google. Let's start. So Harry, pay attention for me now. Let me take attendance while we're here. There we go. There we go. Harry, can you think of a shortcut as to how we can multiply 6 by 99 in an easier way? What could I do to this 99, Harry, that makes it easier to multiply by 6? Any suggestions? Because we're humans and we've been using base 10. We've been using 10, 100, 1,000. When you get a number, 7, you automatically know that 10 times 7 is 70. When you get a number 6, when you multiply it by 100, you automatically know it's going to be 600. So base 10 is your friend. So if you look at this number, how could I convert 99 to base 10, Harry? What could I do to 99 to get it to, for example, one of these bases?
Add.
You add what?
1.
Right. I'm going to say 99 plus 1 is therefore going to be 100. So whatever my answer is, 6 times 100, 600. I got my answer now. After what should I do after this? Will my answer be 600 really? Or should I do something?
Divide it, I think.
You're thinking too far. If I added 1 before I worked it out, to reverse what I did, what should I do? What's the opposite of adding 1?
Taking away 1.
Right. Simple as that. So I'm just going to subtract 1 from the answer. Do you think that's right? Subtract 1 from the answer. 600 minus 1 will give us?
599.
Are you sure?
So that's what I would do?
I'm joking. So yes, that would have been the idea, but the rule is not that simple. When you get 6 times 100, the rule says, let me put it right here, you are going to subtract, write this on here, subtract the original number. Not 1, subtract the original number. Right. So in this case, can you put that for me?
That's what I used to do when I didn't know the answer to something. I just multiplied by an easier number and then take away the number I was supposed to multiply.
Exactly. So what would you subtract from 600 to get back the actual answer?
99.
And what's the answer? 600 minus 99 gives you?
501.
Nice. Yeah, 501. Everybody agree? Hello, everybody agree with this? So we multiply by 99, you just add 1 to the number and you get 600 and then you subtract the original number, which was 99. So your answer for 6 times 99 would be 501. Right? 6 times 100 would be 600. Okay. So that's my favorite rule to answer who asked. I think it was Nicholas who asked my favorite rule. The last one that we're going to look at before we move on. Oh, was there anybody who's writing? Can you repeat that for me?
699.
Alright, you're breaking up. What did you say?
799 is 9.
Alright, let me write what you said. You said 600.
699 is 590.
Is 599?
594, sir.
594. So that means we made a mistake. My bad. Because I was going to correct you. Let's look at it again. Subtract the original number subtract the original number and we have 6 times 99. So after Zero told me, and nobody corrected, after Zero told me that we're going to subtract the 99 back. But what is the real original number? The 6 is the real original number. So it's not 99 we're going to subtract, but rather the number that we were given, which is 6. So the answer therefore would be 594. Glad somebody saw it.
Okay, so I was confused because I did it on a calculator, right? And I got a different answer, so I was like confused.
No, because you didn't look at what the original number was. The original number was 6, not the 99.
Okay.
Alright? I was hoping that somebody would have found it. I was thinking probably you guys would have found it when you're doing your homework, but I'm glad you found it now. So good job. Okay. The next one we're going to look at the final rule. Is to multiply by 101. Let's say we have 7 times 101. How can I get this to be easier? What can I break apart 100 into?
You take away 1 from 100.
Right, so 100 is really 100 plus 1. So therefore, I'm just going to work out 7 times 100. And what's 7 times 100?
700.
700. But here's the rule now. Once you get the number, here's what you're going to do. You add the original number to the result. Alright, so here's the next question again. What is the original number? Is it the 7 or is it the 101? So work it out and tell me what you get. Repeat?
So did you just ourselves?
Can you repeat that for me?
So do I just say or do I just work it out myself?
Yeah, so work it out, tell me what do you get, and then we're going to check if it's going to add the 7 or the 101. I already know, but I want you just to prove it. 7 times 100 gives you 700. When you multiply 7 times 101, what do you get? Isn't it 707? Anybody confirm?
It's the 7.
707. Alright? So those are the 3 rules you're going to practice in multiplication. Then we're going to look at 3 shortcuts in division as well. Alright? So that's the next topic. So we've done this. Now we're going to move on to division. Okay, let's begin. The first rule is what if you want to divide by 25? How do I solve this now? How do you divide by 25 as a shortcut? Let's say I have 625. Let's keep it natural. Divided by 25. Right? You didn't know exactly that it was in, you can go into the number. So let's try to simplify this. The rule says when you have 625 or any number that is being divided by 25, you can simplify 25. Isn't divided by 25 the same thing as 1 divided by 25? Anybody see that? Look at it. If I say at 0 divides 7 by 125?
7 by 125.
Yeah, wouldn't that be 7 divided by 25?
It would. It would?
No, I'm saying, if I told you, if I gave you instruction to say, divide 7 by 25, wouldn't you write it like 7 divided by 25, so that 25 is in the denominator? Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So therefore, we can say, when you divide, write this on me, when you divide by a number, at the same time you are multiplying by reciprocal. I'm going to explain that. At the same time you are multiplying by its reciprocal. Alright, let's prove it. So the instruction is divide 7 by 25. Here we go. 7 divided by 25. Everybody agree? But look at this. Couldn't I say 7 times 1 divided by 25? Wouldn't that be the same thing? Everybody see that? Hello? Right. So we can say therefore reciprocal means the reverse or the opposite of a number. So if you have 25, opposite or the reverse of 25 would have been 1 divided by 25. Okay? Alright? So if you have 25, isn't this 25? 25 divided by 1. That's technically 25. So when I say the reciprocal, I really mean to flip the number. So you carry the 1 up above, you carry 25 down below. Right? And that would be equal to 1 over 25. So write that for me. This is what the reciprocal means. Reciprocal means the flip of a number that has a denominator of 1. Okay, am I on the board? The reciprocal of a number, the reciprocal of a number is the flip of the numerator and denominator of that number. So my question, before we wrap up here, can everybody see this? The reciprocal of a number is the flip of the numerator and denominator of that number. So if I have 25, what's the denominator of 25? Ask 0.
Denominator of 25. 1.
1, exactly. Denominator would be an imaginary 1. Right? What would be the reciprocal of 25 now after 0? Remember, the reciprocal means the switch, the flip of the denominator and the numerator. So what would be the switch? Right. 1 over 25. Clear that from everybody? 1 over 25. So we're going to continue with our rules for division or shortcuts for division. Everybody finish writing this off? So let's.
No. So I can't see the board. I can't read words.
Here we go. There you go. Alright, everybody finished?
Almost.
Alright.
Finished, sir.
Alright, good. Good. Right. Now, who can recall when we looked at the multiplication, we said we can write 25 as a fraction. What was 25 as a fraction, guys? Anybody remember? 100 divided by what? Repeat?
100 over 4.
Right. So therefore, I can replace this by 100 divided by 4. Let me show you how you're going to do that. So, 100 divided by 4. Put that for me. But we're going to do something interesting. What would be the reciprocal of 100 divided by 4? The flip of it. What would be the flip of that number? With the arrows to help you.
4 divided by 100.
4 divided by 100. Excellent. So therefore, if I have 625 divided by 25, right? That is the same thing as actually using 4 divided by 100, right? Because to divide by 125, we said that is 1 divided by 25, right? And to express 1 divided by 25, we said that that's the reciprocal. You switch it. So, because 100 divided by 4 was 25, we have to switch it. And that's why we get 4 divided by 100. Everybody following? Alright, so let's put it here now. Let's put the 4 divided by 100 here. We're going to say, therefore, multiply 625 by 4 all divided by 100. That would be the easier version. So what is 625 times 4, guys?
7,500.
7,500?
No, sir, 2,500.
2,500. Right. And now what is 2,500 divided by 100?
25.
25. Excellent. So that means, therefore, that 625 divided by 25, right, is the same thing as 25. Clear that for me? That was the first division shortcut. If you're dividing by 25, that is the same thing as saying you are multiplying. So divide by 25 is the same thing. So in summary, dividing by 25 is the same as multiplying by 4 over 100. Multiplying by 4 over 100. Any questions? Next one we're going to look at, same pattern. Can I erase the board over here?
Not yet, sir.
Alright, let me give you a moment. So, I'm going to give you the next two, and you're going to do some activity for me. The next two now was when we looked at 125. That's the next one we're going to look at. Alright? 125. So, to divide, just quickly erase here. So that's the next one. To divide by 125. Okay? Who can recall me? What was the fraction we said was for 125? 1000 divided by what? 125 is the same thing as 1000 divided by. Anybody recalls?
8, sir.
8. Good. Good. So if I'm divided by 125, that is really saying 1 divided by 25. So therefore, what would be the reciprocal of 1000 divided by 8? Remember the arrows. Remember the arrows. Arrow up here, arrow down here. I want to hear from one person in particular. Cassania. What's the reciprocal of 1000 divided by 8? 8 over 1000. Good. So that means, therefore, that if I am dividing by 125, well, it's the same thing as multiplying by. Divided by 125 is the same thing as multiplying eight over 1000. Alright? So let's do this now. What is 625 times 8? What's 625 times 8? Anybody? Can you repeat that? One more time. You're breaking up. 1 second. Let me just check it quickly.
Sir, does that say 625?
Yeah, 625. Let me check it quickly. Multiplied by 8, that is 5,000, right? So 5,000, and you'll never get such a large number. I'm using this large number example because that's what we started off with, so I want to continue the trend. So what's now 5,000 divided by 100? This question goes to my good friend Emma. Haven't heard from you, Emma? What's 5,000 divided by 100? Emma? Oh, my bad. My bad. Alright, you can hear me now? Welcome back, Pale. So quickly clear out, what is 5,000 divided by 100? You will cancel 2 zeros up here, so that means you have 50. Okay? So 625 divided by 125 would be 50. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's put that. 625 divided by 125. Okay? It's the same thing as 50 here. But we made a slight error right here. This is supposed to be 1 divided by 125. There we go. Good. Good. And this is to be not 100 but 1,000. Remember we carry 1,000 here. Okay? So if I have now 1000, how many zeros should I cross here now? What would I really have? What's 5,000 divided by 1,000?
5.
5. That makes more logical sense. 625 divided by 125 would equal to 5. And that is it for this assignment. Okay? So that was the 2 rules. I'm going to give you the 3rd rule to do for homework. So take a picture of this or quickly write it off. And then I'm going to give you the 3rd rule for homework since no one is joining back. So for the 3rd rule, you're going to tell me now. Take a picture of the board.
I finished.
Okay, good. For the 3rd rule, you're going to tell me now, how would you express divide by, quickly put it here, divide by 625. How would you express divide by 625? And the number that you're going to work on is going to be, what's the next? Let me give you a number. Let's say you have 125. So a number less. Divide 625. Divide 125 rather by 625. Right? And tell me now what the conversion would be for 625. Firstly, you must do what? You must tell me what the fraction was to get 625. Okay? Then you're going to reciprocate that fraction and multiply it by 125 and tell me what you get. Alright?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Have a great rest of the day.
Bye, sir.